This is your boy, Mr. Dean Bringett, coming to you live and in color once again on this. Sorry, it's not Thursday. Yes, everybody, it is fucking Friday night. Yes, on hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast, episode 33. 33, yes. And tonight's first of all, come on now. Okay. All right, let me put out my little promotions out there. Okay. So, for those that don't know or watching the podcast for the very first time, thank you so much for coming on and joining me and my co-hosts. I do not know where Mr. Sea Dog is. I don't know where he is, but that's fine. First of all, for the folks that are watching us right now on YouTube, remind you, please subscribe to this channel because we're going to have more content every week, every new content or whatever, from our fuckery to our podcasts every Thursday night. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule for tonight because the finals came on last night and I totally got my life or whatever. And if the finals came on while I'm doing this podcast, I would not been able to concentrate at all. But for those that are not subscribers yet, please go to hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.com. And remember to join us. If you want to join us live, remember to join us 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, right here on my page on Facebook.com, which you can join me, Chris Dilworth, at Facebook.com, or you can hit up Mr. C-Dog Collins, Matthew Collins, on Facebook.com. That's where you can join us. So tonight, everybody, I decided to come up with something new for you guys. We're going to switch it up this week because I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I did not watch Raw or SmackDown this week. And when I came on this evening, I just said, you know what? Shit. I do want to talk about wrestling, but I don't know what the fuck to talk about. So, for everybody that is coming on right now, I hope that you are ready because I'm about to change this podcast tonight. I'm going to flip it, turn it upside down, shove it up somebody's ass, maybe without the Vaseline, but yeah, that's a bad feeling. But anywho, we are going to do fan reaction immediately. That's what we are going to do. We're going to do fan reaction immediately. I am going to, matter of fact, you guys can start putting in your requests right now. That's how fucked up my week has been. I have not watched wrestling whatsoever. So because of that, I've been dibbing dabbing in Raw. I've been dibbing dabbing in SmackDown, but I really haven't paid attention to wrestling this week. I haven't, and it's all because the WWE do not know how to push stars whatsoever, whether they are old, whether they are new, but they know how to push the favorites of the fucking month or the week or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm just at the point right now, everybody, that I'm just fed up. I'm fed up with the WWE. Fed up. So that's why I just said, you know what, this week I'm just not going to talk about the WWE at all. I will talk about the indies. I will talk about anything that is going on outside of the WWE. But as far as the WWE goes, I don't want to talk about that shit right now. I'm not going to talk about it this week. But if you guys have any interesting comments or any interesting topics that you want to bring up, you are more than welcome to bring it up right now. As a matter of fact, everybody, for the very first time, on this podcast, we are going to do fan reaction right now. We are not doing it in an hour. We are doing it right now. So that means you can talk to me for at least about 7 minutes. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to slide it a little bit. You can come on live for 8 minutes with me, and we can sit here, discuss wrestling, talk or whatever. It got to be wrestling related. Anything outside of wrestling, I'm just going to shut you off. I'm dead ass. But yeah, so if you guys want to come on, all you gotta do is just hit that little icon down below where it's request to come on the podcast. Yes. Hit that little icon, whatever, with that little picture. I know y'all motherfuckers can see it or whatever. And so you can come on and, hey, okay. All right, so let me get my shit and I'll be right back. Oh shit, man. Okay. All right. So, for everybody that is coming on right now, we are doing fan reaction right now. So I know everybody's saying, damn, why Chris having this real early? Because Chris don't have shit to talk about. So that's why I'm doing this shit right now. So yeah, everybody, fan reaction. So put up, so get your requests. I will try to get everybody as much as possible. This might be a short ass podcast, or it might be the longest fan reaction podcast in hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling podcast history. But anyway, all right, let's get to our first caller. All right, okay. You know what? This is gonna be interesting. Let me get Mega up in this bitch. Everybody, look, everybody is going to get a turn tonight. I'm just gonna let y'all know. This is gonna be all time to come in here and talk. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get the people that have not came on here at all. So good. Okay, Mega, how are you doing, sir?
What's up, bro? Long time.
Excuse me.
I said, "What's up, bro? Long time, man."
Oh, I thought you said you called me Roosevelt. Did you just call him?
I said, "Bro, man, bro."
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay, because I was about to say, because I am not that skinny. All right, so. All right, so what's going on? I know this is your first time. It's not your first time on the podcast, but it's first time speaking with me on the podcast. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a very interesting 8 minutes. So the floor is yours. Go ahead.
Oh man, where do I start? Is WWE, as always, confusing the hell out of us. Wants us to think one way, but then throws the curveball. All right, while I'm on the topic right now, I'll start off with the Rousey and Nia situation. Now, I understand that Nia. Now, I understand. Now, all right, just bear with me, bro. Bear with me.
I'm trying to. This is the reason why I want to talk about the WWE, because of that shit that you're talking about right now. But come on, let's do this.
I mean, all right. Now, from what the dirt sheets and everything says, they threw this match together because they're paying Ronda all this money, and they need her to do something. Okay. Why not give her the slow burn? She hasn't done anything yet other than put Triple H on her shoulders. That's it.
Okay. All right. So I think we both agree when I say that I think the WWE is really in desperation mode. They really need some ratings. They really need to push their new next superstar or whatever. But yes, I agree with you. They are doing it in the wrong way. This is beyond desperate. They just really just want Ronda to be their next WWE Women's Champion. And honestly, if she beat Nia, I'm going to sit up here. I'm just going. I can't even. I cannot even tell you the type of words the verbiage that I will use. I mean, you thought that the finals last night with J.R. Smith was bad. If fucking Ronda win that damn championship, trust me when I say this shit, I'm gonna be saying all types of words about the WWE. I'm telling you, words that you have never heard of. I'm dead ass.
Yeah. Well, I think what I think is gonna happen, which probably should happen, because Nia, she's flopped as the top baby face. It was too soon for her, but I understand why they did it at the time.
So why are we on the subject? So why do you think they did it? Because to be really honest with you, yes, Corey, yes, I'm very curious about this.
This is what they do. This is what they do. They jump on whatever ship is hot at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped on the bully shit, which was fucking well, I ain't gonna say ass backwards because big people do backwards.
Say ass backwards.
So they jumped on it. I mean, not to get into all of that shit, but they jumped on it with the wrong person because, all right, you got the biggest chick in the whole company who's supposed to be a bone crusher, but her feelings is getting hurt by Little Miss Bliss. She's hurting her feelings. And anybody who really follows wrestling knows Nia Jax's history. She ain't been a big girl all her life. You know, and it's just like, okay, we're going to jump on this bully campaign now, be a star, all that bullshit. And that's how we're going to get people to feel sympathy for Nia. But the shit didn't work.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This shit was hilarious. Now so Corey said that how do we feel about the Nia heel turn? I didn't know she had a heel turn. I didn't
either. I didn't watch Raw. I caught a couple segments, but I didn't really watch Raw, and I heard that she's trying to.
So apparently she had a heel turn. Apparently. And to be I might have to re-watch Raw, but to be really honest with you, bro, like if this is true, like I don't give a fuck about it because Nia should have never ever became a face because it killed her credibility. All that fat shaming shit didn't do her no favors, and it didn't do this damn storyline no favors at all.
This is what I would have done though. If you're gonna turn her heel, make it monumental. Do it at the pay-per-view. Have her be Stephanie's bone crusher. You know, you embarrass me, now I'm gonna embarrass you.
Bro, I said that.
I really hope they did. They wasted that. They wasted that on a Raw that nobody watched. Did they really?
Yeah,
waste that shit on a Raw that nobody watched.
They did, bro. Like, okay, look here. Damn, you nigga have to take the damn glasses off. Okay, so that whole entire shit with Stephanie instigating or whatever, that would have been the perfect time to change to reveal that this is Stephanie's personal monster. This would have been perfect time to turn her heel and to get fans interested. But instead, it was, Ronda can't act. She had this standing bitch face. Like this, and it's supposed to really impress us and shit. And then she's trying to do everything to stick to her lines, and I'm just sitting up here I'm changing.
You can't do it. You have to have a leader. That's the problem. You got to have a leader, and of course, you can't expect Ronda to be a leader. She hasn't had any fucking experience, and Nia Jax is still as green as a fucking beanstalk. She has very, very, give her about that much charisma, but she's not a general. She's not a ring general. She's not a mic general. She can't carry a feud. So why weren't we having?
She only been.
Why weren't we having? Why weren't we having?
Almost 4 months. How the fuck can you say?
Why weren't we having? They started something with with Rhonda and Mickey James. Mickey James can lead her. Just give her something. Leave her a little bit at a time. Just give us crumbs. Let us build that anticipation. And by the time Mania comes around, she's a little more well seasoned. She may be ready for the role. Best case scenario. But if that doesn't happen, as far as like Stephanie, I could see Natty jumping in it because that's the only reason she was brought to Raw. Was to befriend her and then turn on her. Because we didn't get no explanation. All of a sudden, Natty, you on Raw, now you a babyface.
See, this is the shit that I knew you was gonna bring up. That bullshit with Natty. Well, why in the fuck this bitch is in the fucking storyline? Who gives a fuck about Natty? Who gives a fuck about the bitch that was up there farting, passing passing in front of bitches farting and shit, making these little fart noises, whatever. This is the same bitch that talk about I am the best there is, the best there was, the best there will ever be. And I'm like, bitch, what have you done for me that was so good in the damn wrestling ring? What have you done? Not even in fucking Total Divas that you was even good. Like, I mean, like, oh Jesus, that's why I say like it just. Can you, okay, well, I'm going to ask you this before I go on to the next person. I might loop right back to you later on. What do you think about the current women's division right now, both on SmackDown and on Raw?
As a whole, they have the potential to be the best thing smoking. But potential and actually putting it into work, I have absolutely no faith in. You can do some shit, but it's like when the women's revolution first came to play, you could tell they were actually working on it.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell they actually cared about it and wanted to make it like a must see.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, I don't care what you think about Sasha Banks, but she has more potential as a heel. And her and a Bayley feud, a real Bayley feud, it's like they've been teased and teased and teased, and then it was just like, oh fuck it. You could tell there's no long-term plans with anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the women. It's like a day to day. Okay, who do we feel is hot today? Okay, let's show her. But then she's off TV for a week or two, and it's like, okay, you don't give us anything to soak up, nothing to hope for. It's like the only thing we had was Bayley and Sasha. You had them fight in the locker room, but it's just like, okay, y'all just dropped it after that. I'm like, okay, why the fuck are we supposed to care?
Right, and I was trying to figure out, like, why in the fuck would they just drop it right there? Because, like, at that moment, it was hot. It was really, really hot. I mean, like, you could have did several things with that. I mean, like, Bayley could have went heel. Sasha could have went heel, had this little monster heel, this bitch heel. And it's just like, they fought. And then the next week, they getting beat up by a faction. And I'm like totally lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully you stick around because I might come back to you depending on who all come on. But thank you for your comments, though. All right,
for sure. Let me drop one more. Let me drop one more thing.
Go ahead.
Before while we on the women, they have ruined Asuka. And if y'all was just gonna give this shit to Carmella, why don't y'all just give it to Asuka and have Carmella just fucking fail? Give her that shit later. I mean, everything got to be fucking right now, but it's like nothing's planned out. But I'm gonna let you get to your next guest or whatever.
Even now, nah, fuck that shit.
I'll be in the background.
No, because Speaking of Asuka, that is the one person that fuck. I'm very disappointed in the WWE. Like, you know, Asuka have dominated the women's division for the last 2 years. And as soon as, you know, my greatest fear came to light, as soon as she lost that women's championship, she was going to be a non-motherfucking factor. And that's really bad because this bitch got a lot of. This is the baddest bitch in the WWE, and she been reduced to none but minute rice.
Yeah, her mystique is over.
Yes, and then on top of that, on top of that, she can't even speak. She barely can speak Chinese. I'm like, am I talking to? Am I? You know what? No, I'm not going to be insensitive. No, but I'm trying to figure out, like, am I ordering Chinese or is this the Tasmanian devil? Like, which one is it? So I'm, you know, not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm going to go on to the next person. I will talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring on Keenan. How you doing, Keenan? What's going on? Hi, Chris. Yes, the new WCC champion, which I will talk about a little bit later. Y'all gotta y'all give me, come on. I know that y'all want to talk some wrestling, so you might as well drop your requests. Yes, come on. Yes, I see 2. Let's see 3. Let's see 4. Let's see 5. Because I'm serious for like the next hour. I want to see y'all be like completely shady on this bitch. So, you know, come on with it. I don't give a fuck. Because tonight, yes, I want to hear some fucking comments. Dave asks, he said, is it true that Jericho is going to TNA or is he just messing around? To be honest with you, Dave, I don't think that he's going to TNA. I mean, shit, would you? I mean, I wouldn't go to TNA if my life depended on it. I wouldn't. TNA is about to go down. It's about to go down the drain. But yet, we said that yesterday. And yet, they're still on life support. So, all right. Keenan, I'm trying to get you on here. Now, I told you about that damn track phone. Get that. Turn away from that damn track phone if you can hear me. I'm up here throwing a whole bunch of shade right now. Yes, he said Jericho. Jericho, I guess, has been teasing about going to TNA, I guess. I hope he don't go to TNA. I hope he stay his ass in New Japan where he belongs. Because right now in New Japan, he is killing it in New Japan. Okay, I can't add Keenan, so I'm gonna go on to the next person. Keenan, I'll come back to you in a minute. Let's bring Anthony on real quick. What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Not too much. All right, so the floor is yours.
All right, so I don't know. I know a few weeks ago you said that you're not a 205 Live guy, but I know you heard about
I'm not a what again?
The 205 Live. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I want you to repeat what you just said. I am a 205 guy. However, there's really nothing that they have. Yeah, it's been a couple of matches that I've been interested in, but 205 has been cold. I mean, for the last 6 months, they've been really, really cold.
Have you watched? Did you watch this last week? Because they definitely just had one of the best matches of the year.
My nigga, I was at work.
Well, when you get the chance, I need you to go ahead and check that out. And don't get mad at stop getting so mad at J.R. Smith because LeBron James should have called a timeout. And what's the other one? George Hill should have made that free throw.
Another podcast for another day. Anyway, let's continue. So, all right. So what this? Okay, so in the world of wrestling, like what do you really want to talk about? Because, like I said, you got 7 minutes. I know that because I've seen your podcasts, and you are very informative. So you need to tell me, enlighten me on something I don't know.
All right, so NXT, are you for me? All right, let's just go ahead and talk about 205 Live because you do not know what's been going on. Triple H
That's
is now
fine.
taking over. Triple H is now pretty much running 205 Live. This is not Vince's
Well, I've
baby
been
anymore.
there.
So Triple H is pretty much taking over, and since he's taken over, I have to say 205 Live has probably been better than Raw on a consistent basis. I've seen quite a few matches that are really great and have replay is great to go watch them again. Prime example is what happened Tuesday night. Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy. So Buddy Murphy is he is a former tag team champion down in NXT after he was with Alexa Bliss and Wesley Blake. Matter of fact, that's actually Alexa Bliss's fiance.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
he's getting
he's really going to come.
He's getting a little bit of shine in the WWE. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's on the come up, and he has really been putting on some great matches, and Tuesday was no exception. So you probably should definitely give that a watch. I see a lot of talks about Dream and Ricochet. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. I'm glad. Yes. I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted your take about this. So I read in one of the dirt sheets, quote unquote, that John Cena has been pushing for a Dream to be possibly the one. What do you think about that?
I wholeheartedly agree, and he's not the first Hall of Fame caliber superstar to actually give him Velveteen Dream an endorsement. Shawn Michaels actually gave him an endorsement well before the Velveteen Dream was even a thought. This was like over a year ago. Shawn Michaels was talking about some of the guys that he's been working with down in the PC and guys that he really has a very good eye on and thinks that could be a superstar in the making. And he said Patrick Clark. And a lot of people were saying, I don't know about Patrick Clark when he came in. And I'm one of the guys that were kind of on Velveteen Dream at first night because he didn't. I know you have Goldust type things, and then it's like extreme. He came off a little more extreme or Goldust. But he's grown on me. He can perform. He's a great wrestler, and he's only 22. I'm 24, so you see how young he is.
That's young as fuck. Okay, yeah. So I'm hearing some hesitation in your voice. So he's getting validation. He's getting these endorsements, but yet something is like you're not. I don't think you're believing the hype about him.
I believe the hype, but the ceiling for this guy is just ridiculous right now. He's putting on some of the best matches. One of the best matches last year was him and Aleister Black. Yes. He was 22, 21, 22. So just imagine what this guy can do at the age of 28. So it's not like I don't think he's ready to go to the main roster just yet because of the fact he's so young and he's still kind of holding his character. And I feel like if he continues to build his character to where he gets it to where it could be one of those top characters, it could be more than just a mid-card talent. He could be a main event talent to where he's carrying the brand, carrying SmackDown and Raw.
But since we're gonna talk about age, who was the youngest WWE champion though? The last one.
Randy Orton.
And how old was he?
Ooh, it was like 23, 24, right?
Exactly. So about age, that does not make that's totally irrelevant. Because
I mean, it is irrelevant, but look how long he held the title.
If you can make Randy Orton WWE champion by the age of 23 or 24, then why not Velveteen Dream? Or is it because he's black?
You know, that always has a point to make too, because we all know that when it comes down to, this right here, Vince kind of likes to have those guys out there dancing or being some other black stereotype. I mean, if you're going to call a spade, let's do it.
That's all I'm saying. So that's why I had to ask you that question, because when I seen this shit, I just said bullshit. I just said I would believe it when I see it because I don't give a fuck if it's Shawn Michaels, if it's Hulk Hogan, if it's Ric Flair. All the greats can sit back and they can say, "Oh well, you know, Velveteen Dream is the one." But at the same time, when you look at Velveteen Dream can be one of the greatest WWE champions of all time, possibly. But then when it comes to skin color, we already know how the WWE feel about them.
Right, and it's other things that really are going to hinder him. And I know you're part of this community. I know it's y'all month and everything, but when you first look at him, the first thing somebody's going to see when they look at him is like, oh, it's a gay black guy.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure Patrick, the person playing Velveteen Dream, is a heterosexual man, but he kind of comes off that way because he has the feminine mannerisms.
Yeah.
So that's really going to put a damper on how people look at him. And you know, Vince is all about the casual people that come back for WrestleMania and all that other crap.
Man, I mean, if we want to sit here and talk about casual, I mean, let's talk about Bobby Lashley.
Can we not? Because Lord have mercy, I did not. Did you see what I posted the other day?
Let's call it like you just said, spade to spades. I mean,
he's a black Chip Skylord.
I mean that's your heterosexual right there. I mean, and Vince loves the muscles. I mean, but yet, I mean, look what's going on with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is completely trash. I mean, dude is like stop. Dude was when he was in the WWE in 2005. I thought he was gonna be the next WWE champion. I thought he was gonna be the next big thing after Brock Lesnar. But this man,
for that not happening.
Well, shit, we can blame John Cena for that shit. I mean, he got just totally just ran right over. And then the next thing we know, Bobby Lashley leaves the WWE. Then we fast forward to 2018. Bobby Lashley still doing the same shit that he was doing when he was in the WWE in 2005.
I'd rather the 2005 Lashley. This Lashley here, I don't know who this guy is. For all I know, it's Apollo Crews playing Bobby Lashley.
Look, all I'm saying is, look, I'm not saying that Bobby. Danny trying to come for me. Danny, I'm not saying that Bobby.
Shut up, Danny.
Look,
oh my God, I can't stand you.
That Bobby Lashley is really. I'm not saying that he's trash in real life. I'm just saying that no, fuck that shit. I am saying that he's fucking trash in real life because look, dude, Bobby Lashley is just not WWE material. I don't care what the fuck he did in TNA. He's not going to do the shit in TNA that he is going to do in the WWE. It's just not going to happen.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
And a lot of it, I do believe, and somebody said down there, I do believe a lot of it has to do with Vince being there and him being the one pretty much overseeing the whole main roster. I do believe that if Triple H is running things, you will see a black champion because look who was the second NXT champion? You know who the second NXT champion was?
Big E?
Big E.
Okay. And it's really fucked up that I almost forgot that he was NXT champion. That's really fucked up. That's what I said. Not Bobby Lashley, but Big E really needs to really leave New Day. Now, I'm gonna ask you this and then I'm gonna go on to the next person. So do you think it's time for New Day to break up?
Yes. I've talked about this quite a few times with my other two friends on my show, and all three of us do agree that it's kind of time to get to do something different here. New Day is definitely a great tag team. They go out there, put on great matches. Nobody can take that from them. But the antics at this point are played all the way out. It was played after old day, but still.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So why do you think the WWE is scared to break up New Day? Is it because of the merchandise, or is it because they need more coons to be running around and entertaining the fans like a county zoo?
Both.
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 So you don't think? Okay, so even if Big E gets the push of a lifetime, that doesn't mean that he's going to be WWE champion.
I would be super surprised if that's where they go with it. I mean, the guy is great, and I think Xavier Woods should be the one out of all three, if anybody, but it doesn't matter. All three could really be WWE champion, if you think about it.
Xavier Woods?
Yes. Xavier Woods is by far the best talker of the group. And do not sleep on this guy's ring ability. I've been following him since he was in TNA, so I know how great this guy is.
I'm not sleeping on him at all. It's just, I mean, we're talking about a former porn star.
I mean, he does have his PhD, if that helps anything.
I mean, for everybody that is wondering about Mr. Xavier pumping white women, he's currently on YouTube, or no, I'm not YouTube, but Pornhub.com. So if you want to see his long 9-inch dick, just go and, take a look. Remember to bring the Vaseline. It might make you, a little bit wet. Just playing. Anyway. But anyway, thanks, Sam, for your comments. I appreciate it, bro.
All right. You have a good one, man.
You too. All right, y'all. Okay, so my co-host just came in, but since we're in the middle of Fan Reaction, I'm going to bring him on right after. We'll probably get like a couple more calls for the next 30 minutes, and then we're going to bring Matt on, okay? All right, so, you know what? Let's bring in this chick. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Oh my God! Ouch! Move. Thank you.
Birthday to you. Yes, thank you. Yes, I got it.
Yay! Thank you.
Yes, bro. Happy birthday, girl. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So birthday girl, tell us the tea. How you feeling tonight? What's on your mind?
Okay. Enzo rapping.
Are we really gonna talk about that?
Enough said.
Are we gonna
Enough said on that?
Are we really gonna talk about that this evening? We're gonna talk about Vanilla Ice rapping.
Enough said.
But
where's
why you know what?
Did I miss
on the
anything?
subject? You might as well talk about it because I honestly did not watch the video. I just seen that he was trying to be another Kid Rock, or whatever. Tell us about the video.
From I saw the video. Still don't quite understand the video. He threw shots out there, but I I can't tell you what the video means to save my life. And I've seen the video about 4 times to try to figure it out. Still couldn't figure it out.
And what was he rapping about?
I guess it was a big F you to the chick. It was a thank you to the fans and a F you to all the dirt sheets and all the ones that doubted the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. And to let you know that even though all this happened, I'm still going to rise above it, I guess.
Oh.
That's what I got from the video, from the lyrics.
So you're basically saying in so many words that Enzo has no he got my skills, but he has no lyric. He's not going to be your next lyrical type of rapper. That's what you're saying.
From this video, no. But who knows? Maybe the next song might be better. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, girl. I mean, like, Was he that trash?
I mean, he wasn't. To me, I'm not a rapper, so I don't know what makes the best rapper. But he wasn't the worst thing I ever heard, and he wasn't the best thing I ever heard. I mean, he actually sounded better than I thought he was gonna be. Really, I thought it was like, okay. I thought it was gonna be like, just don't do nothing, just let. I thought he was gonna be like John Cena. I was like, okay, no. No.
I'm sorry, John Cena only had like one song, and that's his theme song. That was it.
Right.
But
so I was like,
so what other news you want to talk about with me?
Did I miss Sanity? In ring debut on SmackDown. Did I miss?
They debuted.
I thought Max and did they? Because I mean they've been supposed to be debuting like 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even tell you. Look. When I tell you that I have not really been following SmackDown like that, I heard that Sandy was supposed to be coming 1 week, and then I hear on the dirt sheet they're gonna come in 3 weeks. The same shit that they said about Jason Jordan. He was supposed to come in 2 weeks ago, never showed up. So I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm like, did I miss Sandy? Did I miss their debut? Because I'm like, that was like 2 weeks ago. Now 3 weeks ago now.
Yes, that was that was. And while we're talking about tag teams, let me get your take about the tag team division. Is it me, or is it like the tag team division is like diminishing as we know it?
Yeah.
I hate this.
Because they putting everyone in 3-man tags. They putting everyone in big what is the word? Ensemble cast. They putting all of together. They putting everyone together. There's no real 2-man tags no more. Except for the Usos.
So they basically doing a Teddy Long, like just making tag team matches like every week without any meaning whatsoever.
Right. And then there's no actually 2-man tags no more. It's 3-man tags. Like if it's tag, it's supposed to be 2 on 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm glad I like the 3-on-3s and every now and then, but it's like that's what they throwing everyone into.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be a little bit more harsher. As much talent as the WWE has with the tag team division, I just really feel myself like this has to be the worst year when it comes to creativity. Like this year, I mean, if this is the things to come, I'm not looking forward to the next 6 months. I mean, because right now, like I'm baffled by all of this laziness and shit, and everybody like I hear some wrestling fans in some of these groups on Facebook saying there's nothing wrong with the WWE. The WWE is cool. The WWE know what the fuck it's doing, but yeah, you have NBC that just said that your shit is trash.
That was how do a network that you want that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. A potential place for your product to go to said, we don't even want your product because it ain't even good. That is embarrassing. That's like me going to my job and be like, hey, I suck at my job, but I still want this job.
That's why I said I had to, I had to read that article a couple of times just to get the satisfaction that a major network said that the WWE's product is trash. I loved every minute of it because Vince, I guess, is one of them senile motherfuckers that said, "Hey, I'm doing everything good. I just got $1 billion deal." I said, dude, you can have $1 trillion deal. You can have a quad, an infinity and beyond type of deal. But at the end of the day, your shit is going to be trash because you are not willing to change your product around.
And if your product is this bad that's a potential buyer. For a potential buyer to see your product and to flat out say, no, it's trash. And then my Gemini side had to give the other stuff. Maybe the person who they spoke to, who wrote the article, or whoever the head, maybe they don't understand the culture of wrestling or the business of wrestling. So maybe that's why they said it. But that's the other side of me. And I'm like, but then that's what the WWE.
I think NBC has been following the WWE. I think because I don't think they would have made that type of comment. I mean, unless they've been like looking at dirt sheets or whatever, but for them to come out and just say that shit, like really kind of, I was shocked. I was just like, damn.
I told you that was the Gemini, the other side of me. That was the optimistic side. Just they can't just hurt my product like that. I gotta stand up for it. But it's like I can't stand up for your product. How can I be like, yes, I'm a true fan of this, and major companies who potentially would invest in this say, you're not even worth the time of me. We won't even look at it anymore.
You already seen what the fuck I just said on here. I just said that.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched Raw. I'm willing to sacrifice the WWE for the NBA Finals, and the NBA Finals give me so much fucking life. That's why I say, hey, look, I'm willing to put this podcast on hold for the next day just to watch me some basketball. And that's really fun.
Do you know what
Huh?
This is what I've been doing lately with the wrestling. I've been watching certain matches.
Which matches?
So I would be like, for instance, let's say they had Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. That's a match I would tune in. And then other stuff, no, I don't need to see that. Oh, they got another match. I would tune in. That's how I've been watching wrestling the past 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, or I'm getting YouTube clips, oh, okay, that's what happened. Or I'm getting the notifications.
And that's what I'm doing too, because like I can't sit and watch a show for 3 hours and be sleeping on my damn bed and shit. I'm supposed to be entertained. I'm supposed to be getting my life on Mondays. I'm starting my Monday off right with wrestling, and yeah, I'm bored as fuck. I say, how does that work?
And I'm like, and someone told me, wrestling goes through this ups and downs. And I, yes, it does. It goes through this big boom. Everybody wants to be a part. But how long do I have to wait for it to come back on the upswing? We've been on the decline for too long now. It's like, where? It's the writers.
I'm sorry. That was too funny. You are funny. You too damn funny. When we have to wait until it go back on the plane. That's too damn funny. But birthday girl, thank you so much for coming on here as always.
All right.
Telling us here.
All right.
About tonight's wrestling.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Take care. All right, everybody. Let's go on to the next person. Oh yeah, this is gonna be interesting. My boy Aaron. This is gonna be interesting. I think this is gonna drive me to drink. What's going on, Aaron? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
Shit, chilling. All right, bro.
Shit.
Floor is yours. What's up?
Whew. My God. So, I'm pretty sure you see my status on SmackDown.
I seen a couple of your statuses. They was very shady, of course, as always. As every week, it's always shady.
Cause, bro, like, how many weeks can I sit there and watch trash?
Aaron, let's talk real quick. I told you before. I told you 2 weeks ago. I am not going to watch trash no more with the WWE. I don't give a fuck about these Roman sucking dick fans. I don't care about them no more. When I tell you that I'm not going to watch trash no more, that means I'm going to channel surf like I did this Monday, like I did Tuesday. I'm not going to watch this shit no more. If you're boring me and I'm sleeping right here, you're not going to go on your punk ass status and going to tell me that the shit was good and I'm up here knocked the fuck out and it's 5 o'clock in the damn morning. That is not going to happen. So, Aaron, my buddy, you have a choice to channel surf. You choose to watch that bullshit called the
I
WWE.
don't even channel surf no more. I don't even channel surf no more. I keep my ass right here in my garage on this computer. On YouTube, usually.
Now, someone said moonshine. I'm not trying to knock myself out like that. I still have this.
And then I see somebody say Everclear. Okay, why are niggas trying to die? Like, what's going on? I had Everclear in
Now,
college.
Mark Simmons is in this room right now. I had Everclear cherries, and let's just put it this way: I was talking in a different person when I had that Everclear cherries. I
had a shot, a regular Everclear, on a dare, and I was like, all right, whatever. So I took the shot, and the shit felt like my mouth was on fire. Like it was like drinking pure gasoline, real shit.
How do you know what gasoline's take?
Nigga, I assumed.
But anyway, let's talk. Let's talk, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
So what type of shenanigans this week you were subject to?
First off, the minute, not even the minute, the second that I seen, and tonight we got Lana and Naomi in a dance-off, I immediately looked at my girl who had the remote and said, cut this shit off. We're not watching this.
So my question to you, bro, is why in the fuck are they pushing Lana? Like, why?
It's like, okay, the fans are chanting Rusev, but you're hearing Lana. Vince.
Isn't that kind of like,
it's like the Yanni and Laurel shit that was just going on. Like the chat is like they're saying Rusev, you're hearing Lana. Why are you pushing the wrong fucking one? Like the nigga they want is right there. He's right, like there he go, right behind her, right there.
Do you have a bottle right now?
No, me nigga, I keep it in this. Keep it in here. Middle finger to the sky.
Damn. Okay.
So, let's talk about some funny shit real quick. I heard y'all talking about Enzo shit, and I actually watched the video.
And your take, sir?
Whoo. Enzo. Real
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm just interested in hearing your take about it.
The whole of it, like, first off, like, the video's a FU really to everybody. Cause he's wearing the same shirt that he was wearing the day they fired him. The one that they said he had on that said today is the best day of my life. He's wearing that same shirt in the video.
Wow.
What you call it? Just, I mean, the lyrics ain't really there. And the thing is, I know he can do better because I've heard him freestyle on like Instagram and shit. He's not bad.
So what's the problem?
But right now he's in fuck the world mode. So he's gonna get this anger out real quick.
So do you think he succeeded, or do you think this was an epic fail?
The video itself, like, okay, put it this way. It has to grow on you. Because I watched it the first time, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Enzo? I watched it the second time, and I started noticing the funny shit about it. And then I watched it the third time, and next thing I know, I'm singing the lyrics. Like, it's crazy.
So do you think it's even worth me even watching this shit?
It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch because for the sheer entertainment value of who it is, what he's talking about, and just the way that he chose to go about it. Like,
and that's fine, and that's fine because if there's one thing about me that I love to do is to be entertained. That's all.
mm-hmm.
But
that's why I even took a look at it.
But I'm praying that it's not trash. Now let's go back to the Lana and Rusev situation. So are we having a J.R. Smith type of situation?
JR. Oh, yo, hey, I ain't gonna front. I felt bad for my boy because, like, JR, like my nigga used to play for the Knicks. I love JR when he was on the Knicks, but yo, what nigga? What like? And then your response is, hold up, we was tied. This is the finals, bro. Like hold up. I'm with you.
I need another one. This is a Friday night, bitch. I'm drinking,
hey,
especially that fucking that JR.
You know what's funny though? I keep everyone keep hollering about the NBA being rigged, and I've been saying that for the past 3 to 4 years now, because without watching a single game of the season, right? And only watching the playoffs and recognizing a story being told in front of you, I have correctly called down to who wins the finals every playoffs for 3 years.
Going back to what I just said, the Lana and Rusev shit, are we looking at a J.R. Smith situation?
Were they fucking up that bad? Yeah.
I mean, Rusev have been hot for like the last fucking 6 months, and yet you want to push Lana over here because of what?
Because she's a woman and she's hot.
And that is a reason to push her, because sex sells. Correct?
Vince McMahon is all I will say.
With that being said, this is a J.R. Smith situation.
Yeah.
You got someone hot over here.
Vince is the J.R. Smith. Vince is
exactly. That is my exact point. Yeah. Vince McMahon is J.R. Smith. That man has been either smoking crack or this man has been sniffing glue. I think it's both.
Listen, you know what I do, and I can say comfortably, we don't do that to people.
Do you know how high J.R. Smith be? I mean, do you not see that?
Yeah. Oh, Nick, man. One look at J.R. Smith, half the time will tell you how high J.R. Smith be. Yep, just like that. Sometimes he's just like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. He used to frustrate the shit out of me when he was playing for the Knicks too. He really did. Cause he used to do some dumb shit when he was playing for us.
I can't put on that face. Anyway, I gotta go on to the next caller, man. Thank you so much for your comments, bro.
No doubt, always.
All right. All right, y'all. Let's go on to the next person. All right. All right, Chris. Dude, Taylor, this is what I'm saying. Oh my God, that's dude. Like this man, that's the funny thing about this situation. That this bitch ass nigga. I mean, you know what? He is a bitch ass nigga because he played for the Cavaliers, so he's a bitch ass nigga. But he's even a bitch ass nigga for even saying that. He did not know that the score was tied. No, he knew. No, he changed it up. He said he knew that the score was tied. You just had a rebound and you was right by the fucking rim. You didn't do a dunk. You didn't do an alley-oop. You didn't do no layup. Your ass ran to the perimeter. The three. That's another podcast.
That's why I don't watch basketball no more. I'm done with basketball. I'm done with it. The hell with it. Long as Lebanon don't win, I don't care.
But that's another topic for a different day. How you doing, Mr. WCC champion that won our contest in WCC? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Enjoying life, living good. Everything's great.
So let's ask the former wrestler in the indie scene some questions. How do you feel about Kurt Angle saying that he can whoop Brock Lesnar's ass in his current state?
He don't want that. He don't want them kind of problems. He don't want them kind of problems. He don't want them kind of problems. I mean, just be real about it. He did. Okay, you know Kurt's got neck injuries built up on him. Man, look, Brock is in his prime. Kurt is past his prime.
Well, bro, I'm going to ask you this again because I really want some validation. I really want to know. I want to feel what I'm saying to you and just make sure that I'm actually saying this shit. How do you feel about Kurt Angle saying that he can whoop Brock Lesnar's ass in his current state?
He can't do it, man. He cannot. Okay. The best way I can describe it is almost like being like a punched out boxer.
Oh, so
the body ain't there, but your mind says I can do it. Your mind says I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But physically, you think you in the best shape of your life. Mm-mm. Just because you can still do some things don't mean you can hang with this dude over here who's your junior. And literally, if he got his hands on you, could snap you in half if he wanted to. Okay, that's like me played football in high school. I'm in my 40s now. You think I'm going out there with them boys now and try to play football? Come on now, dog. No. Even though I know what they doing, I know the techniques and everything, them boys will run circles around me. I'm not in football shape.
But what Kurt? I mean, so
if that makes sense. If that makes sense.
I don't. Well, what Kurt Angle said did not make no sense whatsoever. That's why I'm trying to figure out why did Kurt Angle say what he said.
I don't know what Kurt was thinking. I don't know why he would even try to put himself out there like that. I don't know if the man is trying to build up some kind of charity fight and get some money or something. I don't know what. But you don't,
brother. This ain't no celebrity death match. But if Kurt Angle had that, it will be death upon him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Your mind and your body ain't on the same page. Your mind's like, oh, I can get in the ring and still do something every once a month here and there. You know, at a pay-per-view once every other 2 years, I can do something. You ain't that guy no more. You got to, okay, like Ric Flair. Ric Flair is arguably, not even arguably, one of the best that ever did it. Okay? One of the best that ever did it.
Why are you gonna bring that snapping, falling off? Continue.
Follow me. Ric Flair, one of the best that ever did it. Mm-hmm. One of the best that ever did it.
Mm-hmm. Like 100 years ago, but okay.
Okay. look at him, man. He can still do it, but he can't do it like he used to. But the love and the passion's still there. And if he could do it now, he would still be in that ring. Even though it wouldn't look pretty as it did in the 80s, but he would still do it because he thinks he can still be that guy.
That is true. That is true.
Just like Kurt. Just like Kurt.
But Kurt Angle, his mind is still in 2001. This is 2018. You cannot go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will kill you. Brock Lesnar is already floppy in the ring. His whole moveset is Suplex City. And all he gotta do is land you right on your neck. And all he got is
you done. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, just because you have a couple of matches, you be like, oh, I can still go. I can still hang with if you put me in the ring with a Seth Rollins or a Finn Balor, I can still go. No, you can't. No, you can't. And then you call out the biggest and the baddest dog in the yard, Brock Lesnar. Dude, no, you are not that guy no more. Give it up. You are not that guy. At some point, something's got to click.
If y'all got to click me right now, y'all fans need to tweak Kurt Angle and tell him not to say none of that J.R. Smith bullshit anymore.
Exactly. Something's got to click. Somebody's got to talk to that dude and be like, Kurt, I need to talk to you. Step into the office, bro. You're not that guy no more. Even though mentally you want to be, physically you're not that guy. Let it go. Your time has passed.
So let me ask you about this. You know what? Hold on one second, because I seen something. I did say that this is going to be like one of those, like, this is like my notes or whatever. So this is not like, what did you like about Raw? That type of shit. No, because I have not seen the WWE at all this week, so that's why I say I'm just like kind of going through the news real quick.
The most I've gotten is NXT.
No, fuck it. Let's talk about this shit. I heard some rumors about CM Punk going to In All or something like that. I think it's a Ring of Honor.
Yeah. I've heard different stories about that he's supposed to be somewhere in the area or supposed to be there the time of it going on or something like that, but he's not gonna be actually officially there for that. But he might be in the area doing some autograph signings or something, and some kind of way he got tied in because he's going to be there, in the area or something. That's what I heard.
You said that was fake news.
I don't know, but that's what I've heard. That he was going to be there in the area, or, he might just pop in, hey, I'm here, bye. Who knows? I don't know. Or they could just said it to drop the bomb and build up more publicity for All In. Be like, hey, by the way, CM Punk may or may not be there. Get your tickets. And you got suckers who like, ooh, CM Punk, I'll buy 7 tickets.
I mean, but honestly, like, are you going to like sell tickets based on a lie though? I mean, that might not even happen. And just like what Matt
you'd be surprised what goes on in the industry. Like one time, the first couple of months when AJ Styles, after the Rumble, came to WWE, Raw came to Greenville. I was there. Was my wife with me at the time? I don't think she was, but I know I was there. I Facebook Lived it. And actually posted it in the group for my memories. AJ Styles showed up, and the rumors was he wasn't going to be there. But he showed up and everything, and he was a closing match. I forgot who he fought. He won, and next thing I know, cameras went dark. He comes literally up into the crowd, literally 3 feet from me, goes the row behind me, and actually gives his gloves to some kid who had a light up AJ Styles sign. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. But yeah, so you'd be surprised, man, all the misinformation that goes on about who is and who ain't gonna be there just to get some butts every 16 inches.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna talk more about CM Punk on the next caller. But thanks, bro, for your comments as always.
No problem.
All right, I'm gonna take a couple more calls. If you guys still want to send your request in, do so right now, because probably two more calls in. I'm gonna flip it over to my my co-host C Dog Collins, and everybody. Remember to share this podcast. Also, if you want to if you want to see some more content on the hashtag Heels for Life wrestling podcast, all you gotta do is subscribe on YouTube.com hashtag Heels for Life wrestling podcast. If you have trouble finding it, I do not know how. All you gotta do is just Google hashtag Heels for Life wrestling podcast on YouTube.com. Okay. All right, so let's go on to the next caller. Let's try you once again.
A fucked up week. A fucked up week. Bitch, let's talk about fucked up week because damn, this week has been fucked up to the extreme, and I got more tea to prove it.
8 minutes. Okay, so let's hear the tea. All right, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Let me just say, I commend you a few days ago about the whole Roseanne thing, your videos and everything. I could totally commend you about everything you said about that ratchet ass bitch. Seriously.
You know
I
what?
commend you so much.
You know what? I'm glad you did bring up that ratchet ass bitch, because as a matter of fact, there was an article about there was a WWE chief executive. I'm not too sure like where she was at, but I guess she was making racial comments about Islamic whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, those type of comments. She got fired immediately. Yes, that's very interesting, because I'm serious. Like, these bitches these days, whether they are wrestling fans, football fans, like, they are following in line with this racist shit. And and that's one thing. I don't expect racial shit to happen, and you can disagree with me if you want to, for the people that are watching. But when it comes to Muslims and black people and people that are not white, as that wall in the back, they are going to have it harder than their white counterparts. And that's why.
And something like, I said this before a million times, and I said it again. Ever since Trump got elected, people are just showing their ass with this whole racist bullshit. Seriously, they're just showing their ass, and not for the right reasons either.
Okay,
it's crazy,
So Doc I corrected me. He said that was the wife of a WWE executive. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Hey, King, what's going on? Okay, go ahead, Keenan.
So, another thing I want to bring up is that about Mr. Ricochet and Velveteen Dream for their match at NXT TakeOver Chicago. Let's just say, I think this match will bring the house down in Chicago. Those two, with their chemistry together, had you seen that front flip that he did outside of the ring and landed on his feet, when he did that, when Ricochet did that, I nearly choked on my drink seeing that. It took my breath away. Did you see Velveteen Dream's reaction when he did that? It was like, what the hell just happened? Seriously?
I honestly think that Velveteen Dream is going to be the breakout star of 2018. He should have been the breakout star for 2017, but like 2017 was like just a glimpse of Velveteen Dream. I think this is going to be his year when he finally becomes NXT champion. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I think Velveteen Dream is going to go one-on-one with Aleister Black once again.
Like, you think so? You actually think so?
I know so because these two, like the last time that they fought, it was off the chart, and everybody thought.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Everybody thought that match was not going to be shit, and that ended up being the match of the night. And it
exactly. But the fact of the matter is that Velveteen Dream is so over in NXT right now is beyond bonkers. He has NXT at the palm of his hands right now. And in fact, this man, I think he is main roster ready already. I mean, correct me if I'm mistaken, for people who might be hating on him, let me just say this. If this man does not become WWE champion by the time he gets to the main roster, WWE is crazy for not putting the belt on him, because Velveteen Dream, he is a great in-ring performer. He gives it his all. His character is up to par. It's just everything about him just screams WWE champion.
And that's the thing that I'm, it bothers me about the WWE. The WWE do not want to go to the next level. They're just stagnant on this the white dream or whatever. It's just their policies are always controversial. You have a star right here that's ready to be born, but yet you pick the next guy that is completely trash, and your only excuse is, I don't think he's ready. Just like with the Kofi Kingston shit. Kofi Kingston did one bad hiccup, and they just said, "Oh, I don't think he's ready." And hopefully they don't do the same thing for Velveteen Dream, because Velveteen is one of the most phenomenal stars that I have seen.
I know, right? I mean, the way he portrays his character, I don't care. Like, the man is straight outside of WWE, but the way he portrays that character, oh my god! I mean, he plays that character so well. He makes us gay guys go crazy over him. And speaking of, for us gay guys here, for my gay people out there, happy Pride Month, since it's the 1st of June. Happy Pride Month to everyone. Thank you. But, for the fact of the matter is that, oh my God, Velveteen Dream, that man, forget Breakout Star, he's already the star already. Seriously.
It's just, he just need to be, I think they really need to put the strap on him.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as like the main roster, I'm scared for him if he goes to the main roster, because I just think that he's going to go to the depths of irrelevance. It's just, but that's how I feel. I was saying.
The same thing. The same thing happened to Tyler Breeze. Like, when he first came into the main roster, when he started getting a push, and then all of a sudden, he kind of went downhill, and then all of a sudden he got teamed up with Fandango, with Breezango, and everything. So,
and you see what he's doing.
I might be a little worried for Velveteen, but I am not giving up faith on Velveteen when he comes out to the main roster. I believe he's going to be a total success on the main roster and become WWE champion. Best believe.
Like, I will say that. I don't think it's about us giving up faith on Velveteen. I think it's just more so we just lost our faith in the WWE creative team. Because there's nothing wrong with the creative team side. It's just the main roster side. The main roster side is completely lazy, and they just do not want to push people.
Exactly. And speaking of which, where the hell is Sanity? Seriously. These fools are supposed to be debuting, right now as we speak. And then all of a sudden, they're not here yet? Really, creative? Really? Where the hell are these bitches? But I have a theory that...
Go ahead.
I have a theory that, they might debut at Money in the Bank. I bet you they're going to probably interfere between the tag team match between the Bludgeon Brothers and Gallows and Anderson.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. I forgot that little element. That is a possibility, but I mean, if Sandy do debut, like I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. But it's just right now the tag team division is not hype at all. That's
exactly.
the thing.
And where the hell are the Authors of Pain? Where are Authors of Pain? Seriously.
That's another thing. Well, the authors of Pain, the reason why they're off TV because the credit team said that they don't have nothing to do, that they don't have nothing for the authors of Pain. They don't have no work for them at all.
Oh, yeah, right. They got something for them. They're just being lazy. They're just being lazy. That's all it is. They are just being lazy.
So hey, with that being said, that's why I said last week that the credit team was trash because they do this shit over and over and over and over again.
Exactly.
They feel that, oh, well, they're not going to notice. WWE fans, they're not going to notice that they're there. We're going to notice because, like, they showed up for, 3 weeks in a row, and then you take them off for, a month, and then they be like, oh, well, we don't have nothing for them, so we just had to take them off TV.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to bring them to the main roster, use their asses. Don't, come up, bring them onto the main roster and don't have nothing for them. Seriously, put them in the feud between, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
And to be honest with you, I don't even want to talk about them right now. But anyway, thank you so much for your comments. As always, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
As always, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Doc Ock. Whew. This has been a very interesting podcast. I'm telling you that. It's been very interesting. Y'all motherfuckers give me so much life on here. All right, let's see what Mr. Doc I got to say. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Waiting. There he is.
What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Doing good.
All right, so
hold on just a second.
The Mr. Informative, Mr. Doc Ock, has joined me once again. So the floor is yours. Go ahead.
So hold on. Okay, I'm good. So I kind of want to talk about that thing about the executive that got fired because of his wife's anti-Islam slurs, and I thought that was totally uncalled for. Because I told people, if you work for the WWE and your wife or your spouse gets you in trouble, you know it's going to cost you something. So that was very unprofessional to see that. This ain't the first time that has happened, though. So if you remember a couple years back, Billy Gunn was working for the WWE as a trainer, right?
Right.
Yeah. And he got fired because he was tested positive for a drug that's tested for horses. So he got fired.
I heard about that.
And then the WWE,
I heard about that.
So the WWE said, okay, we'll fire you for now, but we'll bring you back within a year or so. This was around the same time the D-Generation X reunion was coming, like a 20th anniversary special thing was going on.
Okay.
They would mention X-Pac, HBK, Triple H, Rick Rude, everybody who was in DX. However, they never mentioned China.
Nope.
And Billy Gunn's wife about why didn't you guys mention China? Because she was the main reason why DX started.
Right.
And Billy Gunn says, look, delete it because I might not get hired again. So apparently when's the last time you seen him come back to the WWE? So with that comment, he hasn't came back.
Right. I mean, but
yeah, and
I mean, but that's a fair question. I mean, China was one of the co-founders of D Generation X. I mean, is it a subject that that Triple H was cheating on her with Stephanie? I mean,
yeah.
I digress.
But it's one of those things that the WWE. If you have a spouse that that's working for the WWE, some ways you should keep your comments to yourself. Like sometimes I worry about Matt Hardy because his wife can't, keep her mouth shut on Twitter. I'm surprised that Matt hasn't got fired yet.
I mean, so what stuff did she be saying? Because I don't follow Matt Hardy's wife. So what's she be saying?
No, she be saying stuff about like if it's a picture of Matt Hardy taking if it's like an old retro picture of Lita, he'll talk shit about her. Or like if they're doing something personal, in their personal life, she'll just start talking shit about other people. So that's what she's pretty much known for. Just talking a lot of shit on Twitter. And I mean, that's not right. I mean, I know you have your own 2 cents, but you should not just blatantly attack people.
That is true.
Right. I was actually going to tell you this one because obviously you know about Amber Moon.
Yeah.
She's married. Of course, she's actually married to a indie wrestler named Matthew Palmer, and he's actually white. Now, I'm not sure if she got punished for this, but her husband had a T-shirt. They actually took it off the market because it was spread all over on Twitter. It had his name, and it said Matthew Palmer, and it's a picture of him. And at the bottom, it said King of the Black Women.
King of the Black Women.
Yeah.
And this was coming from Amber Moon's husband?
Yeah. It got so emotionally, racially insensitive. Like within 2 days, the shirt went off the market. I'm not sure if she got punished for that, but that was just crazy.
I have not
just hearing stuff like that.
See, what the fuck? Oh, okay. I never heard that story. That's crazy. They really kept that on the low because of usually I hear a whole bunch of shit, especially, in the indie scene and outside, anything that concerning WWE superstars. I never heard that. And I never thought that I didn't even know she was married. Doc Ock, still with us? Okay. All right, so y'all. So we lost Doc Ock. Let me see if I can get him back. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Yes. I know. Yes, I know I lost him. I know. Yes. All right, there you go.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, I'm putting back 3 minutes for you. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, so I didn't know that Amber Moon was married to a white guy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, that was an article that I read, and then it was just a picture that he posted. He actually deleted the picture because the shirt said King of the Black Women, because I'm not sure in where he's working that his manager is a black woman. So, but he is married to Amber Moon as well, but that's what the shirt has said, King of the Black Women, and it was just, yeah, it did get a lot of a lot of pissed off people about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like really take that. Like I just wow. I mean, what you really saying? But okay. Speaking of Amber Moon, let me ask you, Doc, do you think she's going to excel in the WWE in the current state that they're in?
You know, I have not seen WWE after Backlash, so I can't really say. Yeah, I can't really say anything about it.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of stopped watching it after Backlash. It just look, I still like wrestling. I still do. I'll watch Ring of Honor when I get to New Japan or whatever on the network because you know that's what's keeping me going and the podcasts. So that's like the only thing that's keeping me going. And like I still hear stuff from time to time, but you know, for Amber Moon, because she's a great wrestler. For a female wrestler, she's great. You know, she was trained by Booker T. You know, she has still probably one of the greatest finishers I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Eclipse is so sick.
Yeah. You know, it's one of the greatest finishers I've ever seen. But with the path that's going down for the network, you know, for the new stuff that's going on with the WWE, like getting new major TV deals with Fox and NBC Universal, hopefully they will change their pretty much change their ways of how wrestling should be. You know, because now they're going to be on major television networks.
Yeah,
and it's going to be.
So that's what I want to ask you about. Now you heard that NBC threw some shade at the WWE. How do you feel about that?
If they're speaking the truth, they're speaking the truth because NBC Universal, you know, they're known for having good TV shows. You know, they've been pulling out a lot of good TV shows throughout the years. You know, and surprisingly, it's not owned by Dick Ebersol. If you remember, Dick Ebersol had a friendship with Vince McMahon. That's why you had Saturday Night's Main Event, and of course you had the XFL. Oh God. But like, if Dick Ebersol was still a part of NBC Universal, you know he's gonna be kissing Vince's ass, going, "Ah, bro, your shit's good. Your shit's good." Vince go like, "Well, goddamn, pal, I don't have to change a damn thing." If you're gonna impersonate Vince McMahon, you got to say "goddamn, pal." So, but now that they're part of Fox, now that they're part of NBC Universal, this would probably change their game up a little bit. Hey, we might bring back Pyro. Hell, they might bring back a little more. I don't want to say raunchiness, but a little bit of TV 14 rating back. Who knows?
Why did they get rid of the Pyro in the first place? That didn't make sense.
Well, it's because they were losing money. They were losing money, and they thought it would be best if they just cut out the Pyro, because at that time they still wanted to keep the Pyro, but they would also eliminate their workers, you know, or they would eliminate their superstars they don't need, and stuff like that. But like WrestleMania was a special exception. That's why they had to bring the Pyro back.
Right.
Anyways, the city that was hosting, what was it, New Orleans, right? New Orleans was hosting WrestleMania. So they probably helped pay for the whatever necessities that they needed, you know. But now that the WWE's, they're starting to going to be working for Fox and NBC Universal. You know what, they got $3 billion dollars in total, right?
Yes.
So they're gonna be good probably within the first year. So they'll probably bring back, the Pyro. They're also probably gonna bring back better writers, and then they're probably gonna have TV executives who hopefully knows a damn thing or two about wrestling, would tell them what to do. That's the only thing I worry about the WWE, because the indie scene's like really kicking their ass.
Yes, I've heard, and I love the indie scene. It's just I can't get to a show because every time I'm trying to attend a show, I'm either getting off
like when they start, or no one
Right.
says nothing about it. So, but I get off at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
because this we have a indie show here in Milwaukee. As a matter of fact, it's not too far from here. It's called Legacy Wrestling. It's really awesome. I'm gonna go check them out the next time they have a show down here. But before I let you go, is there anything else that you want to let us know? Like anything that we don't know about that you want to inform us about?
Well, okay. So you heard the rumors about CM Punk, about he might be part of the All In weekend.
Yeah.
Well, he did. Okay, so they were doing the pro wrestling T-shirts thing. Right now, they're celebrating their 5th anniversary, and WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express, are over there, and they're giving away free autographs and pictures with the with wrestling fans. I wanted to go, but it was kind of late, and I'm like, shit, you know. But when the tickets were selling for CM Punk, they were sold out in a matter of minutes. There's rumors going around that he might do a day, and he probably stay a little bit longer with the fans to interact with them. Another thing, of course, I told you about the All In pay-per-view and the StarCast wrestling convention that they're having in Chicago. They say if you buy there's a thing going on. They're doing a promotion in Twitter. If you purchase your weekend pass, and if you follow them on Twitter, you might get a chance to go to the All In pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah, because there's still some tickets left over, but they're like in the triple digits. So, you know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. But they said if you purchase their weekend pass, that's like $45 for StarCast. If you retweet like what the StarCast personal Twitter account does, you could get 2 tickets to go to the All In pay-per-view.
So everybody, if you want to know more information, this is your boy, Mr. Doc Ock. Follow him on Twitter and follow him on Facebook.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So thank you for your comments. As always, Mr. Doc Ock, I will talk to you later, brother.
Yeah, thank you. See you later.
See you. All right. I think I got one more person. Let's get Tori in. And then we're gonna go on to Matt for our last segment. Ooh, man, y'all, I'm like tired, fuck, and like I think it's just my job, the work that I do. It just wears me out. Like I'm just like, oh my god, I should be like sleeping right now. What's going on, Tori? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on, my bro? What's going on, man?
I can't even call it, bro. I'm just out of it. I think that alcohol is really working. I am such a lightweight. But anyway, so thank you for coming on. You're gonna be my last caller. So
appreciate that, man.
Yep, no problem.
And by the way, my birthday was a few days ago. So it was kind of like my late birthday present coming on your podcast, bro.
Well, that's an honor. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for the shout out. Appreciate it.
I mean, I got a few things I want to address, by the way.
Go ahead.
Now, everybody was talking about Velveteen Dream. And I believe that he's going to be the future of NXT. But let's not forget about Mr. Pretty Face Ricochet and the way he came out with that somersault and got in Velveteen Dream's face. That was WWE's biggest moment of the week. In fact, everybody was talking about Raw and SmackDown being boring, and I agree. But NXT is on fire this week, without question.
I don't know if anybody know, but it's NXT show this past week. Is it on the WWE Network? Because I might just watch it tonight since I'm not watching anything.
As a matter of fact, yeah, it is. It is. Every Wednesday night around 8 o'clock, if you have a WWE Network, NXT Beyond. And in fact, you can still go look at it now. So yeah, I have WWE Network, so I know about this stuff. But if I'm gonna rate I'm gonna rate Raw as 0, SmackDown 3, NXT 9.5, and 205 Live 8.5. Those are my ratings. And now,
so you saying that NXT? Well, I'm not surprised by NXT because NXT has really been pushing the envelope for like the last couple of months. Like when they have the momentum, like from a WrestleMania, when they have their WrestleMania, it's like they take the momentum and they just run with it. And that's how the WWE was like back in the day. They don't have that same drive like NXT does. And you can tell who runs NXT and who runs the main roster. Who's outdated and who's updated. You know what I'm saying? So but I think what's really bothering me more than anything is these call-ups. And one team that I want to talk about is the Revival.
Right.
What the fuck is going on? What is going on with the Revival?
The Revival was supposed to be one of the greatest tag teams that ever come out of NXT. Two-time former NXT tag team champion. Let's not forget that, folks. Let's not forget that. Now, what is going on with Revival on Raw, I don't know. Hopefully, with this battle royal they got coming up on Raw this week, I hope these good things come out for the Revival, but I don't know. But I think the Revival need to go back to NXT.
I feel you on that. I think some of them, like, what's his name? I forgot dude's name. But it's a couple of them. It's a couple of NXT stars that is on the current main roster, either on SmackDown or on Raw, been showing up on NXT lately, and I think they honestly should stay on NXT because NXT has really you can tell that they're enjoying themselves when they're in NXT. When they go on the main roster, it's just like, where in the fuck did they go? Damn. Lost them. Shit. All right. I don't know. I don't know where he went. I think he left us. Shit. Damn. Well, see, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, Reese, that like they getting called up and they're not being utilized like they should be. And that's what's like really making me mad, to be really honest with you. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Like, this shit just don't make no damn sense to me. Like, why the fuck would you call them up and then you don't do shit with them at all? I don't know where Tori went. I think he left. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna get my co-host on. So, Matt, if you want to send an invite so we can go ahead and do our segment, by all means. I'll probably just get Tori in another day. We just gotta wrap up this podcast because I gotta crash. My ass is like tired as fuck. You see, my eyes is all red and shit. I'm tired as fuck. Just tired. All right, let me see if I can
get Mr. Where is he at? Okay, there he is.
See, I can't drink you at a certain time, especially when you're 100% proof. Yes, I'm talking to my bottle. I cannot fuck with you while I'm on the damn podcast because you make my eyes red. Okay. Okay, so he's riding in the car. Okay. All right, well, Mr. Matt, while you riding in the car, still come on. All right, let's have. Okay, there he is. All right. How you doing?
All right. Okay, there we go. It's dark because I'm riding in the car.
Well, well, we see that. All right, so we're going to end the show with you. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you the option of telling us who is trash of the week. You have somebody in mind?
I do. I kind of got some. If I had like an honorable mention for trash, I would definitely say. Matter of fact, I would have two honorable mentions for trash, and one being a non-wrestler, which is Roseanne, of course, and my other one would be all the undercover people that are kind of no, not even that. But the other one would be Enzo and his rap music right now, his little rap video. Because I don't know what he was thinking. It may be some time for him to actually catch his groove, but those would be my honorable mentions: Roseanne and Enzo's rap.
Someone said J.R. Smith. Fortunately, he's not wrestling.
Man, y'all leave J.R. Smith alone. Y'all leave J.R. Smith alone. That man is under a lot of pressure. He's been doing great. He was doing fine up until he got to the finals, and it might have been just too much pressure for him. Everybody makes mistakes. Not everybody is perfect. Everybody have them moments where they ejaculate early. So, I mean, you can't fault the man for screwing up. I mean, I know LeBron James probably does, but
let me get okay, because like this is no excuse. First of all, you have showed up in the finals for the last 4 years. 4 years. You should be already on. You should be clear of pressure. You are a former NBA champion. How the fuck you crack under pressure in 4.2 seconds? You got a monster rebound and you ran because you thought that the game was tied. If the game is tied, don't you think you should be trying to score?
Yeah, I didn't get it either. I heard about what happened, but I didn't get it either.
If you
well, I mean, with that being said, I mean, like you said, I mean, he's been there 4 times before. Well, case in point, John Cena and Undertaker at WrestleMania. John Cena's been in plenty of WrestleManias, and he botches the big boot from Undertaker. What the hell? There's always that moment where they screw up.
Touche.
So,
touche. That's a very good point. Hey, look, but John Cena is a 15-time world champion, and yet you can't take a boot. That means anybody in their mama can be trash. Just keeping it real. Someone said the hell with basketball. No, see, the thing was, Lewis, that Mr. JR changed up his story a couple times. First, he thought that they were the head. Then he said that he thought that they were tied up. So I think he was really under the influence. Maybe I think he was maybe chiefing like on the side before they was before they officially started the fourth quarter. Because to be really honest with you, it doesn't make any sense that J.R. Smith always come to the court high as fuck, and he had that dumb bitch look on his damn face. So whatever. But anyway, Matt, me and you were talking. I think this was like earlier, week, and you wanted to talk about a couple of things on the podcast. Let me bring up our conversation because I know it was like one or two things that you wanted to talk about. So let me just.
All right.
It was. Wait a minute. First, it was Bobby Lashley. We actually talked about that. We also talked about Kurt Angle. Oh, this rumor about the Latino World Order.
Yes.
So, what's up with this?
Okay. So, I see this this post. Well, it was a meme basically.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, apparently, Rey Mysterio did an interview, and he basically said if he were able to come back at a more extensive capacity, he would want to do a Latino stable, and in that stable would consist of him, Sin Cara, I can't remember Sin Cara's tag team partner. His name, I can't think of his damn name right now. And then the newest guy that's been added to SmackDown, CN, whatever his damn name is. Yeah.
Hernandez or whatever. Yeah. He came from NXT.
Yeah.
They talking about the Latino World Order. Now, remind you, we have seen this before in WCW. You've seen this shit before,
right?
But I think it will be hot.
I think it would too. And I mean, I think it would too. But in my honest opinion, in order for it to go over properly, I would think that it would either need to be in 205 or NXT, because if it goes to the main roster, it's just going to be lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
It's going to be lost in the shuffle, just like with everybody else. I don't like what's going on with some of these guys right now. I mean, they've been called up, and then creative ain't really doing crap with them. But see, the thing is, and the reason why, this is my opinion on why I think creative can't do nothing with them, is because usually around this time, WWE cleans up their roster. I know that, you know that, some other fans basically know that usually after WrestleMania, WWE cleans up their roster, and they let a bunch of people go. We've seen it before. But the reason, and I'm shocked that nobody mentioned this, nobody said anything about this. I'm actually kind of shocked. But the reason why they haven't let anybody go, in my opinion, the reason why they haven't let anybody go, and I heard this from a YouTube type podcast thing. The reason why they haven't let anybody go is because if they let a lot of these guys go, their no compete clause would be done around the time that New Japan's All In pay-per-view would be going on. Think about it.
Oh, so this
If a lot of if
so
WWE
ROH.
let,
So this is not ROH.
yeah,
This is actually
if
New
WWE,
Japan.
yeah, I'm saying thinking it was New Japan. Okay, so it's Ring of Honor. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay.
if Ring of Honor, if WWE were to let a bunch of these guys go, which it
Mm-hmm.
would be a lot of more than likely, I think it'd be a lot of good guys.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to do that,
Mm-hmm.
their non-compete clause would be finished around the time that the All In pay-per-view would be coming up, and
I mean, why would the
everybody and already. Go
I mean,
ahead.
why would the WWE even care?
Well, I mean, think about it. Within minutes of ticket sales for All In to even hit, within minutes they sold out. When's the last time WWE actually sold out a pay per view within minutes?
Some years.
Exactly. So I mean, that's what they're worried about. Because, and honestly, even with All In, it's where that they got to worry about that because All In is a stat card. All In is a stat card.
I heard.
They got some great competition on that card. So I would be worried too, and I'd be trying to hold on to what people I got as well, because I know everybody knows that when certain WWE people get let go, you know, they got that whole 90-day compete clause, and then they hit the indie scene. As soon as they hit the indie scene, depending on who the wrestler is, they're making a lot of money. I.e. Neville. Neville's making bank on the indie scene. Neville has no reason to ever want to go back to the WWE.
I heard
because he's
was
making more money on the indie scene.
I thought Neville was coming back to the WWE. Wasn't he in talks with Triple H?
I don't know, but I mean, I can understand. I mean, he was all over the place when he got after his non-compete clause. He was all over the place. So I mean, I don't know if he is back in. I don't know if he's in talks with Triple H or not. But I mean, like I said, depending on the wrestler, once their non-compete clause is over, they hit the indie scene. That's their money right there. James Ellsworth is over in United Kingdom right now, making money.
Yeah, Julian. Yes, the indie scene is really coming up. I don't even think I think the WWE really underestimated the indie scene. They didn't think that the indie scene was going to get this high. But see, the thing is, when you decide, and this is the WWE's fault as well. I'm gonna say this: the WWE for the last like few years have been displaying nothing but trash TV, and some fans are getting tired of it. And then when we see like these videos from the indie scene, like some of these indie like shows, they be like, "Oh my god!" So let me go and check it out. And that's why the indie scene is starting to like really come out. It's really becoming really huge. That's like it's like the indie scene, like some of these shows that I was watching, they are really becoming like really, really a must see. Dead ass. I think I lost Matt. I'm gonna wait for him to send another request. But yeah, like I was saying, like I can't wait to go and see me another indie show because woo! You know, when I was with BCW, Bruce City Wrestling, they will bring in some high ass talent. Some of them were trash, some of them was awesome, some of them were regulars that you know we just All I'm gonna say is I had fun going to an indie show, and I can't wait to do it again. I'm just not going back to that bitch ass BCW wrestling. I'm not doing that shit. Like I don't fuck around with racist ass motherfuckers and shit. I don't deal with them. Let me bring in Matt one more time.
Matt, send me another request. And everybody, I'm not taking any more calls. I'm just just stupid. I'm not taking any more calls. I'm gonna have to get your calls next week. So make sure that you come on next week or whatever. And remember to follow us on YouTube, hashtag Heels for Life on YouTube.com. I'm gonna be uploading some more shows, or I'm gonna be uploading some more content on our website, so you can so you can like look at our fuckery outside of our podcast. So all right, let me bring in Matt real quick. Matt, I can't bring you on. Okay. So this is what happens when you have a live show. Mitt asked, he said, Chris, who was signed and cut the WWE current roster? You're gonna have to resend that question again. Are you asking me like who do I think that they should cut and sign and go to the main roster? Like, is that what you asking? So everybody, I'm just waiting for Matt to come back again. So just waiting on him real quick. Honestly, I'm gonna have to get back with you on that. I'm gonna have to like kind of do my research and kind of scout the indie scene. But I will tell you who to cut. I will definitely cut Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is just not cutting it. I will cut Apollo Crews. I will cut Titus O'Neil. I will cut Rhino. I will cut Heath Slater. I will cut who else would I cut? That's it. I would cut those. All right, I'm adding Matt back on. So we got like a few more minutes. We're gonna like just have some more conversation. Then we're gonna like end the show. But everybody, just take this time. I just want to just let everybody know. Thank you so much for watching our shows. Like we're on our 33rd episode. I've been having a blast. It's coming on here every Thursday. Me and Matt coming on here every Thursday, and just entertaining you guys with our fuckery. But anyway, Matt, why before you got cut off, what was you saying? Matt, can you hear me?
Hey, you kind of breaking up. Damn it.
Now, maybe you should go back to that car.
No, I'm not even in the car anymore. My freaking
Your
I'm not
Wi-Fi?
even in the car anymore. I'm back at the house now. So
okay. So before you got cut off, what were you talking about? So we're just gonna have a staring match.
I'm hearing I hear a little bit of what you say, but
okay.
But you're like breaking up and stuff.
Okay.
Freaking.
Okay. Let's see if you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
Hang on a second. Let me see if I can get this to connect right.
Matt can't hear me. Mr. Lewis, yes, I will get you next time if you decide to come on here. I'm sorry. We just, I'm having some issues with Matt's. His Wi-Fi is not working, so yeah. All right. I'm away from Matt to come back on in a second. So
Look, dude, I don't do Hulk Hogan's impressions. Fuck Hulk Hogan, okay? In real life, I don't deal with Hulk Hogan. But anywho, you know what? I'm probably gonna have to. Okay, hold on. I'm away from. Okay, let me get Matt on here. Okay.
Reese, please do not make me feel bad. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's what I'm saying. I try to get everybody on the podcast as much as possible. It's just I did tell everybody that I was coming on this evening. I do not know how people missed me. I mean, like, for real. But I will get you guys on next week. Trust me. Believe me, yes. And for the people that is watching us for the very first time, thank you so much for coming on. And remember to shoot me a friend request or follow me, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram. Yes, you can follow me. So, yes.
I see. Now they got me in the little box.
For some reason, I cannot get Matt on here. And if I can't get him on this time, I'm going to have to end the show because I'm about to just...
Yeah, I understand.
But that's cool because, I don't know, I think Matt having some technical problems with his phone. But it's all good.
I can hear you.
All right, I'm going to try Matt one more time. Try to add him on here.
Are we back?
Oh my God, Facebook he disappeared. I seen him, but he disappeared. I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to end the show. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the show. I got to get going. Matt, wherever you are, thank you for showing up. My co-host. I love Matt. Everybody, thank y'all so much for coming on our show this evening. Remember to join us on our regular time, hopefully next week. If anything changes, I will let you know. We will have a special guest next week. I'm going to try to figure that out over the weekend. But until that time, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It. Yes, I know you are there, Matt. I just can't. Just been having some issues. But anyway, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It. That's Mr. C Dog. Remember to join us on hashtag Heels for Life every Thursday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. Hit us up on YouTube so you can see our fuckery on there and our additional podcast shows, past, present, and future. Hashtag Heels for Life, Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.com. Until that time, you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.